This is the Redmi K40s, a cheaper variant which is being launched recently in the China, and in India it is going to launch as a rebranded phone. You may have guessed right, the POCO phone F4. I think this is going to be the device we are waiting since the POCO phone F1. After the POCO phone F1, most of the phones which are being launched in India or any other market, they are basically just rebranded phones. You may don't like it, but in some way they are doing a very good job. This is the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus, the global one. In India, this phone came as also the POCO X4 Pro. Now, more or less they are similar, they just look different. This phone has some processor issue like Snapdragon 695. It's really not great. In combined with the 108 MP camera, the camera doesn't work properly because CPU is not very strong. So they fixed the problem. They made a 64 megapixel camera sensor. They lowered the price. So I think in some way they are doing a really good job by seeing what is wrong, then fix it, change the design, and bring a new phone. And here is the POCO F4 aka Redmi K40s. More or less, this phone shares the similar specs that we have already seen on very popular phone, the Xiaomi 11X. The design trend is now a typical 2022 Xiaomi phones. You have seen the Note 11 Pro Plus, the Xiaomi 11i, the POCO, and now we have the POCO F4. So this looks more modern, and actually camera layout is very attractive. Unlike the other phones like where you can see individual cameras are coming out, this one is completely flat. There is a circle. All the cameras are inside. The back panel is really good. It is made of plastic. We have to wait and verify on the durability. There is no fingerprint marks at all. There are a bit of fingerprint marks, but those are not easily visible because the color is designed and made in such a way. Okay, phone feels solid. It is good and slightly bulky too. That's the drawback with the squarish frame phone. You get the side mounted fingerprint sensor, no in display still. Again, you have to make the phone a little cheaper. On top there is a volume button, and here you get the speaker, the IR blaster, the noise cancellation mic. Left side you have clean. In the bottom, USB type C, dual SIM card slot, obviously 5G, and speaker. There is no headphone jack. With some reason they have removed it, but on the Xiaomi 11i they have already given it with the same form factor. Okay, phone looks good, has a familiar design, and it feels nice. Getting inside, let's talk about the display. This phone has a 6.67 inches Super AMOLED display. It is full HD plus display. Also, this has a very high peak brightness, nearly 1300 nits peak brightness, which is very bright. Viewing indoor outdoor gives you a very pleasant and bright experience. Also, on top of that, you are getting a 120 Hz refresh rate, also 60 120. That's it, or you can just make it to the auto refresh rate. If you go to the any streaming platform, for example the Netflix, if I try to play any content which is HDR10 plus Dolby supported, so you can see this phone can play Dolby Vision content also. Technically it is slightly better than HDR10 plus also. The display is very good, very bright, and it has no issues. Like it's a very good display really. On the specification, you get not the latest but very good and the popular Snapdragon 870 processor in combination with 8 and 12 GB RAM option. Okay, let's go to the setting about phones section, and here is my devices. You can see this one has 8 plus 3 GB. That means 3 GB of the virtual RAM. Generally, with the 8 GB, other companies are giving at least 5 GB, for example the Realme, but here you get only just 3 GB. Okay, so you have already seen this processor. You don't need to test it again. It does very good gaming. It is 5G compatible. It is on the latest Snapdragon 8 series, not the 8 Gen 1, but previous to that, it's a very good processor. The best part I like about this Snapdragon 870 is that there is no heating issues. Recently, I have tested 888 versus the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 alongside with the A15 Bionic chip. All the phones, like they are crazy hot, always 50 plus after just 5 to 10 minutes of 4K 60 recording. But Snapdragon 870 is relatively cooler. There is no issues. So if you're not really looking on the numbers, this CPU is still very good. And here is the quick Antutu benchmark score also. 5,85,000. It is Antutu benchmark 8.4. If you try on the 9, you get the much higher number. On the software, the good part is that this phone is running the latest Android 12 actually. Recently, we have seen the Xiaomi 12 series, the Xiaomi 12X, especially the smaller one. That one is running the Android 11, but good part here is that this one is running the Android 12. And actually, I really like the MIUI ROM now because there is no such extra bloatware, and almost all the application that has been given you can easily uninstall. Let's see, yes, most of the application except few of them like the Me AI. I think the health also, yep, cat apps you cannot. So few of the application will be there, but rest all you can easily uninstall. Let's check out the speakers also. Even when I closed both of the speaker output, still the you can feel the sound from the earpiece. Not sure like they have a triple speaker, just kidding, it has a dual speaker, but still you can feel the sound. Speakers are really good and nice. I mean, all of the Xiaomi phones that you can see, they have really nice speaker. But yeah, if you go on the premium one like the 12 series, you get the symmetrical speaker like 50-50 output from the both side. Here you can assume at 70-30. Moving on about the battery, this phone comes with the 4500 milliamp battery. Of course, there will be no wireless charging. In the box, you will be getting a 67-watt fast charger. That means this phone supports fast charging. According to the company, this phone should take around 38 minutes to charge it from the complete 0 to 100%. In my case, like, it's not really very fast charging. Initial 10 to 15 minutes, this phone charges super quick, like we have seen on the Super Dart and the Superbook charger. But after that, it takes time, and at the end, finally, I was able to charge my phone completely in about 56 to 57 minutes, which is clearly a way higher than what company is claiming. Okay, about the backup, Xiaomi phones are really good. Like in my usage, after the phone complete charge, I was easily able to use the phone for complete 2 days on the mix, like gaming, camera, and lot of display testing. So in my case, battery is really good. So it's completely 1 day phone. On the mix one, you can easily reach up to 2 days, depends on how you're using the phone. Now guys, let's talk about the camera. This one has the Sony IMX582 sensor, and if you have used the Sony sensor before, you know that like this phone takes mostly real life looking shot, but still it is slightly old sensor, not the greatest. And here, in case you see like on the edges, on some place you find like details are missing, and if you just take again, it will take nice photographs. So maybe you need to give a little bit of time or do some tap to focus for a proper focusing. Otherwise, colors are good, real life looking. Like I told you, you can easily see you have very lot of details, but clearly not as sharp as the latest Sony IMX766 that we are seeing on the same price range. For example, the 9RT, Realme 9 Pro Plus. 9RT is slightly costly, but like the Realme 9 Pro Plus. Let's move to the complete outdoor. Let's check out like how much details you are getting. Clearly in the shadows with the main sensor, you can see most of the details are missing. But yeah, you can do a bit of digital zoom, for example the 2x. Now you get some bit of nice detail. 4x, then 6x, then 8x, and this one is the 10x. Because there's no telephoto lens, obviously you cannot do much of the zoom, just up to 2x. I think it's okay. And you get the 8 megapixel ultra wide. Clearly it's just 8 megapixel. You're going to get just okay-ish detail. Now let's try a quick macro. This is the main photograph from the main sensor. Now this is the 2 megapixel macro for the same shot. Now I mean this one that we have taken. So 2 megapixel is just okay. Like on the bright lighting condition, it may take some good shots. Now this is the 48 megapixel. In one shot it looks good, but if you just do a little bit of more zoom in, you might not be able to get as rich details at the latest 108 or 64 megapixel sensor can give you. In most of the photographs, the color that I am seeing are very real life looking. This is again a standard shot. This is the 48 megapixel. Getting inside, let's check out some low light shot. Here you can see details are good, and the lighting environment here is like just complete night bulb of the 5 watt on the living area. Again, not very good lighting condition, but this phone takes nice shot too. Not the like the 766 sensor. If you turn on the night mode, you have bit of more details. Brightness is increased, sharpness is slightly increased, not too much. I mean, mostly it is same. Okay, this is a complete dark location. That's how it works. There's some bit of focusing issue. You can see it's not able to do proper focusing if there is a more dark, and this one is the night mode. This is again on the complete zero light on this cupboard. With the night mode turned on, it takes nice photographs. Okay, some more samples. You can take up to 20 megapixel selfie from this phone. Colors are good. You have to turn off the beautification, and the background details colors are again really nice. I mean, indoor you can spot a bit of noise, but if you're taking outdoor, it can take really great selfies. Okay, here's a portrait, and there is not too much of the hair smoothing being done. Yeah, it is nice. So in terms of summary of the photographs, this sensor takes nice photograph. It has its limitation like just 48 megapixel. Sometimes details are missing, it's not very fast in focusing too, but the CPU is very fast. You won't feel like it is taking a bit of time, or it is not doing as great focus as the today's sensor. It is still very good. Let's talk about the video capabilities. You can film up to 4K 60 frames per second video with this phone. Also on top of that, you get the optical image stabilization support also. On the 4K 60, it is very difficult. You can get a good nice stabilized video, but yes, you can do a bit of more zoom. You have a lot of pixels, which is nice. Coming to the 4K 30 frames per second, you can again film crispy videos, and OIS works very good here. You can film really stabilized video, and you can do up to 6 times zoom, I believe. On the front part, you can record macro video of the 720p resolution. I'm not sure who is going to record 720p video nowadays, even that with a macro camera, but it's still that. On the downside, there is no headphone jack, like I told you. There is no SD card support. It can just take dual 5G SIM card. So in the summary, this is a very nice phone, provided if it comes on the price of in between, you can assume 25 to 30k, then it is a very good option because it has a great display. It has a very good camera. Performance is again very good. The speakers are really very nice. Battery backup is again very good, but yes, charging speed, I don't know, this company is misleading a statement. And it has still the Xiaomi design. If you like really boxy design phone, this phone is the one you should be waiting for. Let me know guys, what's your thought about the POCO phone F4, not the X4, F4 aka Redmi K40s. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Saurabh. Have a great day.